The Germs' Great Escape. Thalia was having a very busy morning in her room. She was building a tall tower out of bright, colorful blocks. Suddenly, she felt a funny little tickle in the back of her throat. It felt like a tiny feather was dancing on her tongue, making her nose twitch. "Achoo! Cough, cough," Thalia barked. She was in such a hurry to finish her tower that she forgot to cover her mouth. She didn't use a tissue, and she didn't use her elbow. Out flew a cloud of invisible travelers, ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Inside that cough were Gulp and Pip, two tiny squishy germs. They were tired of living in a dark throat. They wanted to see the world beyond the teeth. "Wee!" Gulp cried, waving his sticky arms as they zoomed through the air like little round rockets. They landed with a soft squish right on Thalia's favorite red toy truck. To Gulp and Pip, the truck was a giant, shiny mountain. They started climbing up the big black wheels, looking for a way to find a brand new friend to visit. Thalia looked down and imagined she could see her tiny visitors. She saw Gulp waving from the top of the truck's cab. "Oh no," Thalia whispered, her eyes going wide. "They aren't just bubbles in the air. They're going on a wild trip around my whole room." Gulp and Pip spotted the shiny doorknob across the floor. To them, it looked like a giant, golden sun. "If we get there," Pip squeaked, "the next person who opens the door will pick us up and take us to the kitchen." They wobbled to the edge of the truck, preparing to jump. Thalia realized that if Gulp and Pip kept going, her little brother or her mommy might catch her cough. She didn't want to share her germs. She only wanted to share her toys. She knew she had to stop the Great Escape before it went any further. Another tickle started deep in her chest. Tickle, tickle, tickle. This time, Thalia was ready. She reached for a soft, white tissue and held it tight over her nose and mouth like a superhero mask. She stood tall and prepared for the blast. Cough! The blast hit the tissue with a muffled thump. Gulp and Pip, who were trying to fly out again, didn't go anywhere. They were caught in the soft, white fibers. "Drat!" shouted Gulp, his sticky feet tangled in the tissue. "The Great Escape has been stopped by the white shield." Thalia tossed the tissue into the bin and ran to the sink. She used lots of warm water and bubbly soap to scrub her hands. Gulp and Pip waved a final goodbye as they swirled down the drain. Thalia smiled at the mirror. Her room was safe and her manners were golden.